Welcome to the Bellingham-Whatcom County League of Women Voters primary candidate interviews. The League is a nonpartisan organization. We never support or oppose a party or a candidate. My name is Kirsten Barron, and my guest is Cody Hart, who is running for the office of Congress. This primary season, we are asking all of the candidates for this office the same 3 questions. Each candidate has 2 minutes to answer each questions, and the answers are timed. The video of candidate Hart's responses will remain on our website until after the elections on August 6, 2024. Candidate Hart, thank you very much for agreeing to this interview and for seeking to serve in public office.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Here's our first question. Excuse me. What should voters know about you that differentiates you from the other candidates? And I will start the timer.
Well, that's, I think it's just about my background, and we have a lot of people competing with good intentions, but we really are in a situation we need the most qualified candidate, period. I am the only candidate with any actual experience holding government accountable. I've done so through almost 8 years now of government accountability efforts that have brought people like Jay Inslee and Bob Ferguson to court, where they've lost battles in court for their misconduct. I'm the only one who's led the election integrity fight throughout the entire region. I'm currently in battles in the Washington State Supreme Court, and I'm in multiple federal court cases, and I'm not a lawyer. I am a citizen. I am an American who took this on because we need to fight for what we believe in, and I believe strongly in government accountability, and I've proven it. And I have the history and background that's not just, hey, hire me, get me in there, and I'll show you I can do something. I've shown everybody. I've shown everybody for the last 8 years. I actually am doing it without even having pay for it or being elected to do it. I'm doing it because I want to make our country great, and I want to hold everyone accountable. And I think that everyone out there needs to look very closely at all the candidates. They may have good intentions, but how many of them have actually proven they know what they're talking about? I'm a small business owner. I'm a licensed professional engineer, and I've made a difference, and I'm making this state great, and I want to make our country great again for the 2nd Congressional District. So I'm hoping everybody considers me as their top choice as a family man. And as I believe the only veteran who's even running in this race, I have a lot more credentials and background that have shown that I am the right candidate. I represent the 2nd Congressional District, and I have the values and experience needed to take on the challenge that we have right now.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, the next question. If elected, what are the most important and compelling issues you hope to work on?
I think it's straightforward. It's the ones that we need to address the most as a nation. We have a nation that's being torn apart right now by illegal immigration and criminal invaders along our southern border. It's gone not only unchecked by the current administration and the current government, but it's being encouraged. They're being encouraged to break the laws of the people. We, the people, there are laws. That has to be at the top of this is our national security, our economic security, and the health and safety of everybody in our country. We need to know who's entering. We need to have a responsible immigration policy, and we need to get everyone out of here that doesn't belong here. I don't agree with people who say amnesty. Amnesty, no way for me. I'm not going to support that. If you are a criminal invader to my country and you do not qualify under every other rule that somebody who may have waited in another country years to enter my country, you're going back to the back of the line on the other side of the border. I'm sorry. We have to address the economic situation in our country. I know for a fact, as a small business owner, people are hurting out there. I am seeing the largest collapse in my life's history right now. I'm seeing it at the grocery store. I'm talking to everybody on the streets. They all agree. People are suffering. The inflation out there right now, it can be mitigated. We need to get ahead of this. The government is the primary cause behind it. It's the mishandling of our public funds. It's the bloated government and the waste that is draining our tax dollars for useless causes. And probably third on that is we need peace in this world. We need to stop this endless war machine that's trying to get America into another war, and probably going to be the bloodiest war since World War II if we keep going on the path we are. And I oppose it 100%. We need a strong military to deter people, but we do not need to enter an unprovoked war. And that is what the current administration is trying to do. They are trying to put you and me in the battlefield. So I would share that with everyone.
Thank you. And for our final question, polls show that Americans are frustrated with gridlock in government. Tell us about an experience where you effectively worked with someone with a different approach, different values, different goals.
Well, that's every day of my life. And the way you phrase that, let me be very clear. I don't believe our founding fathers wanted our government to be 100% efficient at getting anything done they wanted done. That's actually been a big problem. We have both sides representing that they have their own value system, and they go in, Democrat, Republican, and then they do things that neither of their constituents want. We have to be very careful about this. I can only guarantee you that we need to fight for what we believe. And as a representative from the 2nd Congressional District, I'm not there to always just get along because some other legislator or legislation wants to get passed and I'm supposed to negotiate and be part of the team. I'm supposed to, with 100% certainty, dedicate every decision I make for what's best in the interest of the people from the 2nd Congressional District, and moreover, Americans. I don't believe we have to always get along. I believe we need to be respectful. And what I've found in my life, and this is through negotiating and construction contracts, managing multi-million-dollar projects, is everyone needs to put the facts on the table. They need to lay down and be reasonable about what they're trying to accomplish. Gridlock ain't necessarily bad when it comes to government trying to do more to us. One thing there won't be gridlock on is for me to reduce the size of government and to cut all these programs that are destroying our lives in America through waste and fraud. It's one of my passions in life. I have already accounted for probably $50 million of fraud in the state of Washington. I've had people pay the piper in federal court, in civil court, not that much success in federal court. And again, I'm in the Supreme Court of the state of Washington with a case being heard by the Supreme Court justices today because we need to fight. And that is what I will do, is fight for everyone in the 2nd Congressional District.
Thank you so much. Stop the timer. Great. Thank you so much for giving the public your insight into your views and your values. Your time is really appreciated, especially I appreciate that you're busy as well. Viewers, please don't forget to vote by August 6th. Ballots will be sent by mail. They must be returned postmarked by August 6th or placed in a drop box by 8 p.m. that day. For more information, please see votewa.gov. And thank you again, candidate Hart, for attending, and thank you, listeners.